Hi, and welcome to a video where we're gonna explore a really interesting item, and that is this Encyclopedia Britannica 2006 Deluxe version. So I got this sealed version, and this is gonna be also a first time I'm gonna explore Britannica version of PC/Mac encyclopedias. These were quite popular in the late 90s and are up to around 2005. These kinds of encyclopedias did quite quickly replace standard format encyclopedias, so the printed versions, because you could search through a number of topics quite quickly. And comparing to, for example, Wikipedia, you can always reference any content. So, for example, when you write a school paper or science paper or something, because all the authors are always credited. Of course, there are some revisions through time, but most of the time this is a correct version. So when we make a comparison with Wikipedia, where a regular person can put their entries in there. So also price-wise and how much space it takes up in your room, these were much better versions than to have a printed version on your shelf and such. As said, this is already discontinued and you cannot buy any more PC versions of encyclopedias, at least not Encarta or Britannica. And likewise, also the printed version is discontinued. The latest version came out in 2015 or something like that. And now you can only access Britannica web page, which is quite good, but the experience with CD/DVD version is always better, right? Especially back in the time. So let's proceed and unseal this big box and check the content and also how it plays out on PC. Right, should we proceed and open up this sealed copy of Britannica 2006 Deluxe version. I'm gonna use those scissors not to make any damage to the packaging. Who knows, maybe this will be worth something in the future, right? And there we go. No turning back. And done. So the box, I like the design, like they always try to capture everything, like a lot of knowledge is inside this box, right? So it has 81,000 articles, 166,000 magazine and online links. However, it is intended to use it offline, as all the content should be on 3 CDs, as said over here. We're gonna see, probably they're all inside, as this is a sealed copy. Brand old new stock, right? And it should have a lot of photos, videos, audio, and such, right? Interestingly, it also has a thesaurus, world address, and dictionary, which is a nice addition to the encyclopedia, right? Because usually you would buy this completely separately, right? And 350 pounds of vouchers. I do not believe that you can use them anymore at this time, as this is now 20 years old. But hey, it waited for me to open it up at this particular time and also for you to enjoy it. So just to check also the sides, right? 3 CDs, just repeated practically what is inside. And of course the back side, which usually you would read on your way back home until you get a chance to pop in the CD into your computer. Regarding the requirements, hopefully you can see this. So Windows 98 to XP, Pentium 3, 256 megs of RAM, 1 gigabyte of hard drive space, a CD drive, and of course peripherals. Similar with Macintosh, so macOS 10.3 or 10.4, G4 machine, yeah, pretty much the same as it would be for PC. And so let's check what is inside the box. Oh, didn't open it up quite carefully, did a little dent, but okay. Although trying to keep this pristine as possible. Who knows, this will maybe have some value in the future. Okay. Okay, just a CD box. Okay, this is a little bit a disappointment, because you just get a DVD-like box with CDs inside. Similar, yeah, exactly the same backside of the DVD and the box. I believe that you could also buy just this DVD box, because I saw some listings on eBay that sell this thing. Let's open it up before we try it out on PC. Right, just 3 CDs. Yeah, nothing special by the looks. No. Yeah. And small booklet with just basic instructions, yeah, on how to install, form to register Encyclopedia in Bristol, UK, right? Quick start guide on how to use the actual software. Yep. And quick guide on replacement if you get damaged your... Okay, and now we see those vouchers. So back in the time where you could still order printed versions of Encyclopedia, also for Atlas and replica of first edition, which was only 3 books. Okay, not bad, but so price-wise, if you would buy all of those printed versions of Britannica, that would come up to almost £1,000, so 1,000 quid, which is like $1,400, which is quite a lot of money for Encyclopedia, especially when you consider that you can find any data today on internet, right? Completely free. But yeah, right. Let's put the install disk in our drive and let's see if it will work. Beside install, we have also the articles on multimedia CD and images and multimedia. This one inside is install and multimedia. Obviously, multimedia takes up a lot of space. Right, so I decided to go, let's call it, down the safer path and to install Britannica on virtual machine running Windows XP, completely clean one. So yeah, let's see how it performs. So the installer has started, so standard readme, nothing is running in background. Serial number, okay, I have to pick that from my DVD box. Right, I accept. I didn't read it through, but yeah, let's put it to default. I can always revert to the older version of virtual machine. So let's see what we want to install. Okay, let's go with the full install. So everything from all CDs, so from all 3 gonna be picked up. And let's proceed. Requires 2 gigabytes. And let's wait it out. During the installation, we get promotions and some interesting facts around Britannica Encyclopedia. And in the meantime, I also try to access that site with promotions where we would get those voucher discounts, but as expected, this is not live anymore. Right, so 3 CDs later and full hour of copying files installation wise, Encyclopedia Britannica 2006 is installed on our Windows XP instance. It did end with a couple of errors, but I believe everything will work. And additionally, it installed also QuickTime Player, which is for playing video content and other multimedia stuff that is inside the Britannica app. So let's start it and see if everything works fine. Okay, this was quite a quick boot. Right, so let's explore what we have on the home page of this app. Right here we have also noted what happened on today's date. This is similar that Wikipedia has pulled off. Now we don't know who copied who for this matter, but nice thing to have. So on the left side we have everything listed from A to Z, like we would have in printed versions of Encyclopedia when we look for some term that we are interested around. So for example, if we check an animal, we see a lot of information about aardvark, right? The anteater, right? Okay, and looks like everything stays in separate tabs when we open, which is nice thing. Other thing, we have multimedia, which should be videos or images of, we see alphabetically ordered. So if we check crocodile, we can see a video of a crocodile. And year in review, and we see only probably according what were the updates of Encyclopedia Britannica, since this is version 2006. Let's open it up. I've just picked up random month in 2004. Okay, this is like a review of news, so what happened during the past, all way back to 1993. Nice addition to have, I would say, if we want to look back 10 years. Well, the title says it by itself, year in review. Let's check other things we can click around. So to browse, okay, this is the thing we had also on the homepage, dictionary and thesaurus. So can we look up, if I look for something ambiguous, I just say Europe, and we can see how it's pronounced, usage, anything that you would expect from dictionary. So good thing to have in all in one app. Nice. So let's proceed. Let's go to Atlas. And now I see I have a lot of tabs already open. Let's close them up. Okay, my main current open tab doesn't close, which is nice. But let's see. So it isn't like modern Google Maps, but don't know if I can click through. Yeah. And let's open up England. We cannot. So I can just click on Europe, find some data around, okay, like different factual maps. If I go view map only, and if I click again, I think, okay, not very intuitive, but can I go, I have to open up a new tab. Okay, this is a little bit confusing to things that we are used to today. So obviously only character things are links. So if I open up Africa, I can look around country, and further down, I can read article. So this probably backtracks to the encyclopedia article. Yeah. Okay, I can use at least the back and forward. I discovered this only now. Can I go further back? I can. Okay, like this. Right, but let's proceed. What are the timelines? Select a subject to view from the navigation bar below. So, for example, let's go to music. Okay, so it tracks all the way back in the past, according to periods that Encyclopedia has information. Not bad for investigation. If I go back, no, I cannot go back. Really not intuitive this time. I can go only switch and then further on close this tab. Okay, So it's following day, and after exploring the app for several hours, I have to retract my statement that Britannica app is not intuitive. Contrary, it is quite good after you grasp some basic concepts around it. So let me show you. So if I return back to the atlas, and for example, if I check Asia, open up Japan, I have easy access, for example, to world data. Of course, a little bit outdated numbers, but still. And I can straight away open up an article about that country, for example, right? And in this article, which is quite a large one, I can also check the index, and I'll also show you how this refers, how it's everything interconnected in a separate app called Brainstormer. But let's go back for the time being. And also everything is connected in year in review. So for example, for Japan, everywhere where that term, so Japan, occurs in year in review, so what happened according to particular month, we can check, of course. And also same thing for tables. So for example, for some statistical data where Japan is mentioned, it is also noted over here. And we can also check the media that is under this article. Those are not high resolution images, but still nice to have. We are kind of limited by the space on those 3 CDs. Yeah. And another good thing that almost each article is connected with the mentioned Brainstormer. So if I open up the Brainstormer, we can see for Japan, everything is connected in this graphical representation. And so, for example, blue topics are people, green places, yellow things, and related concepts are white. The font and font color is not particularly good, not well chosen, but still, again, nice thing to have around here. So we can also drill down on several topics that are interconnected, so by this index. Yeah, and just by double clicking or right clicking, we can access that article. And another interesting thing that I found is that for any word and any article, you can just double click it and it will automatically open up a new tab with the dictionary. So if you're not familiar with some word, just double click it and it will automatically open up a new tab with the definition of it. One good thing that everything similar as Wikipedia, everything is split down on different topics for particular article, and also a quick access for citations. So if you're writing a school paper or something similar, you can just click cite this article. It will forward you to the bottom of the article, and already you have prepared in different styles how to cite that article right in your own paper. If I go back to the top of the page, another interesting thing that I found is the media. So according to some articles and your own exploration, we have also interactive stuff. For example, let me just find one interesting. So for example, trajectory, where we have a flash animation. So accordingly to degree which you choose, a nice small animation will play out with all the formulas and of course a little bit sound. Of course, flash is deprecated in modern times, but over here it is a nice feature to have. A little bit from a side of disappointment, as this product is already 20 years old. So for example, we can also check like online search. However, this does not work. It would open up a browser, but the connection would time out, as all those resources are not accessible anymore online, which is a little bit a shame, but yeah, it is what it is. So from perspective, if this app, so the whole Encyclopedia Britannica for PC/Mac is still usable today, I would say yes. I didn't lost couple of hours where I just explored and learned a lot of stuff around different topics. So I would still use this today, and it is a little bit shame that new variations are not published anymore. So where you would get whole product on modern media, for example, like on Blu-ray, where you could stuff a lot more videos, images, special articles, and everything to be supported with online resources, right? Another pro point for using Encyclopedia Britannica is, as today when you research some topic, you probably Google that data, and there's a lot of misinformation online, especially with today's AI. Like, AI hallucinations are a common thing, so you never know if you're reading correct data overall. So yeah, I'm happy I have this copy of Encyclopedia, and will return definitely back and use it. If you're interested around the price of this copy, well, currently I found only one listing of this sealed version, and the price is around 25 US dollars. And if you're searching only for the DVD box, you can get it from $12, which is really cheap, and it is a nice thing to have at home, right? By the number of listings, I didn't find a lot of copies on eBay. There are a couple of Amazon. So I would classify this item as rare. So as mentioned before, who knows, maybe a value of this one will rise in the future. This is it for this video, and see you in the next one.